Akihabara is one of the most iconic spots in Japan, and it is filled to the brim with electronics and anime. But how much time do you need to spend here? Should you even go here? Today we'll go through everything that you need to know about the legendary spot, Akihabara.
The next station is Akihabara.
Hey guys, Hoang here, and today we are going to dive into the legendary and iconic area known as Akihabara. This is the anime capital of the world, and as you can see here, I have a few anime figures here for emphasis. Later, I'll also give you some tips on how to win the famous Japanese claw machines and tell you what not to do. Let's go to Akihabara. Let's start off here with the term otaku. What is an otaku? If you look up what an otaku is, it is a Japanese word that refers to a person with an obsessive interest. And typically in Japan, this obsession is in anime, manga, video games, and other Japanese pop culture. Akihabara is the otaku capital, and if you are into Japanese pop culture, then there is nowhere better to go than right here in Akihabara. Let's start off by talking about getting to Akihabara. You can reach Akihabara by taking the JR Yamanote line, the Tohoku line, Sobu line, Hibiya line, or taking the Ginza line to the Soehirocho station. Upon entering Akihabara station, you will be flooded with Gashapon machines, which are vending machines that give you a prize from the pool of prizes listed on the machine itself. But we'll get back to these in a bit. Once you step outside of the station, you will be greeted with anime stores galore. If you are looking for anime merch, then here are some places to go. First off, the iconic Japanese Don Quixote store. Wait, what? That's right. Don Quixote, the store known for selling literally anything and everything, also sells anime-themed things in its Akihabara location. This store is 8 floors filled to the brim with merchandise, so get ready to do a lot of shopping. Don Quixote is also the perfect place to shop for non-anime related items, as they have it all. So if you forgot any toiletries or just want some Japanese souvenirs, then this is the perfect place to knock out all of your shopping needs. That being said, it isn't the best single anime store, as it is still a general goods store, but it shouldn't be missed on your anime shopping extravaganza. Next, let's stop at the Animate store, which, given the name, it sells anime things. You can find all of your anime related needs here, from manga to anime figures, and even prizes from the UFO Catcher machines are among the many things that you will find in the massive 8 floors of this iconic building. The thing to know about Animate is that it does tend to have the latest anime merch, but also some of the highest prices. So if you're looking for the best possible deals, this might not be the best place. But if you want to see all of the latest anime items, then take a stop at Animate. The Animate store does hold the Guinness World Record for the largest anime store in the world. However, this is at their flagship location, which is surprisingly not in Akihabara, but rather in Toshima, which is northwest of Akihabara and a bit north of Shinjuku. If you are looking for a more unique store, check out Volk's Akihabara Hobby Paradise 2, which personally I have not been to, but I've heard that it has more than just typical anime items that other stores sell, like the figures, plushies, and keychains and manga. But it also has more unique things like anime-themed mouse pads, folders, hand towels, and more. Okay, the next anime store that we're going to look at is perhaps one of the most iconic stores in a city full of iconic anime stores. And this is the legendary Radio Kaiken store. The original Radio Kaiken building was the first high-rise building that was built in Akihabara back in 1962, although that building was demolished due to concerns over its structural integrity, and in 2011 a new building was put up in its place. The Radio Kaiken store sits directly outside of the Electric Town exit of Akihabara Station and is one of the first buildings you will see, so it is quite convenient. The building is 10 floors of anime paradise, and it really is just simply overwhelming. When I visited, I spent way too much time there and didn't even make it up all the floors because there's just so much to see on each floor. You can find anything and everything anime there, and there are even a lot of secondhand stores that sell items for very affordable prices. Though the problem that I had was being able to take it all home. You can try getting the smaller Nendoroid or Chibi type figures, which are a lot smaller than the bigger figures, or you can get the acrylic display stands, which are still pretty cool and a lot flatter, which are easier to bring back. Though I have a story about this one and I'll get back to this in a sec. For these bigger figures here, good luck bringing these back. This is the box that it came in. Good luck getting this home. I actually got this shipped from AmiAmi, which is a company that actually has a store right in Akihabara, and unsurprisingly, it's right next to the Radio Kaiken building. The AmiAmi Figure Tower store is 8 floors of everything anime and claims to be the largest anime figure store in Akihabara, and their pricing is pretty good. It's very consistently competitive. Just remember that you actually might have to pay to ship it home because this won't fit in a suitcase. Speaking of bringing anime themed things home, I have a 20-minute long video of me trying to win this Genshin Impact themed acrylic display stand from a claw machine. Just thinking about it, it's too much. I'll get back to this in a bit. Now onto the topic of shopping for non-anime related things. You can do other kinds of shopping in Akihabara as well, although aside from anime, it's mainly electronics. You most likely won't be doing your fashion shopping here, unless the items you're looking for are cosplay items. But anyway, electronics. You would think that in a store with the name Radio Kaiken, that you would find lots of electronics there like radios, and as we have already seen, this store is all anime. If you want electronics, then you will have to go elsewhere. And there are plenty of electronic stores around Akihabara, though it used to be a lot more than what it is now. Now it's kind of become an anime themed place. Before we dive into the stores, just a quick note, make sure to bring your passport, though in Japan, you should always have it with you as it is a requirement. But if you have your passport with you and you show it in a lot of these electronic stores, then you can get a tax-free discount. Though in November 2026, Japan will shift to a refund system instead of giving the tax discount up front, meaning that you will have to pay the tax and then go to the airport and get the refund there. Though if you want to find out more about this change and other upcoming changes in Japan, and there are a lot, go ahead and check out my video on that in the corner and linked in the description below. Okay, back to the electronic stores. That's why Akihabara is called the Electric Town of Tokyo, but it is kind of more of an anime place now. Let's talk about the mega flagship store that is located right next to Akihabara Station, but on the opposite side of the Electric Town exit. So opposite of Radio Kaiken, this is the Yodobashi Camera Akihabara. This is a massive store with 9 floors filled with everything electronic you could ever want. If you thought Radio Kaiken was big, this store is much, much larger than that. You can buy everything from washing machines to cameras, tablets, computers, and even a new phone. Something to know here is that on the 8th floor, you can find a lot of restaurants and food. So if you need a break from all that electronics shopping, then you can definitely stop on the 8th floor for a bite to eat. And there's a lot of really good food here too, including my personal favorite, Gyu Katsu, where you can get amazing Wagyu beef katsu. I've talked a lot about this in my other Japan guide, so I won't go through all of it again, but it's amazing. Now we will make our way back to the other side of the metro on the Electric Town side. Here you can make your way to Yodobashi Camera's direct competitor, which is Bic Camera. This is a smaller store than Yodobashi, especially since this is not their flagship location, which is in Shinjuku. But Bic Camera sells similar items to Yodobashi, and if you are looking for electronics, then this is another great stop in Akihabara. If you are looking for computer parts, check out Tsukumo. There are a few locations in Akihabara and they mainly sell PC parts. Though, like the large anime figures, good luck getting that home. Something else to know about Akihabara is that the street that runs down the Electric Town area of Akihabara is closed from car traffic on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. from April through September and 1 p.m. through 5 p.m. from October through March. This is to let people walk and enjoy the shopping area and walk freely across the street without any cars. Akihabara also doesn't have much of a nightlife, so if you're looking for a quiet area to sleep, this is a pretty good place in Tokyo. but don't expect anything super lively here. Akihabara is fairly connected to the rest of Tokyo via the metro stations, so it also is quite a convenient place to stay. Now, something to do during the day in Akihabara, if you get lucky, is to go to the famous AKB48 theater. AKB48 is a musical group that has been around since 2005, and if you are familiar with other pop groups like the South Korean groups BTS, Twice, or New Jeans, then you'd be familiar with seeing the same core group at every single concert or event. This is not the case with AKB48. The group name is based off of AKB or Akihabara and 48, which was the intended amount of members of the group. This group was formed with the premise that there would be more members than the original 24, who performed their first ever opening concert to an audience of 7. Their popularity quickly rose and they continued to add members, and eventually they had a roster of over 100 people, and they hold the Guinness World Record for the largest pop group. Now they perform in 2 groups based on seniority, and they do have a lot of very dedicated fans that are eager to see their favorite member perform. They are the highest selling musical act in Japan, and they perform in a very small but recently renovated theater on the 8th floor of the Don Quixote building in Akihabara. AKB48 really is a cultural sensation in Japan, and the reason why I said you have to get lucky to see them at the start of this is because their theater is very small and tickets are sold via a lottery system. So best of luck to you. But if you can get a seat here, then this is an iconic Japanese experience that you don't want to miss. Okay, so real quick, if for some reason you find yourself in Akihabara and you are not an otaku or into anime or electronics or world record breaking pop groups, then you're in the wrong place. But there is something here that might be for you. This spot, or rather these 2 spots, are none of the things mentioned before, but rather architectural and artsy. These 2 locations that I'm not even going to try to pronounce are this place and that place. These 2 spots are both underneath railway lines and blend the railway design into artistic spaces with lots of shops fitting the vibe there. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about these places, but now you know they're there. Back to the core of Akihabara. No guide to Akihabara would be complete without talking about the world famous Maid cafes, mainly the Maid Dreaming Cafe. There is one other kind of large cafe chain here called the At Home Cafe, but I will focus on the Maid Dreaming Cafe as that is the bigger chain and I went there myself. Okay, what is a maid cafe? Well, in short, it is a cafe where the waitresses are dressed as maids. It is a family-friendly environment and really pushes Japanese cutesy culture to the next level. It is one of the most Japanese experiences you can have. Now, when you go in there, there is an entry fee, so you can't just go and sit and hang out for free. You also have an hour time limit from when you are seated, so keep that in mind. You will be given a menu, which has several food items, including the omelette rice, the bear Hamburg steak, and the Japanese curry. And the thing about this food is nowhere online will you find anyone who has said that this food is amazing. It really just is okay. But the experience itself is in the presentation. The bear Hamburg steak was really cute. And so I'll preface this next part by saying that I was expecting to get the steak and that my wife would get the omelet. When you get the omelet, they will draw something cute or write something for you on the omelet itself with ketchup. When my wife ordered the bear Hamburg steak, I was like, well, I gotta get the omelet then so we can try both. Then the maid asked me what I wanted on the omelet, and I panicked. In hindsight, I would have asked her to draw like a bear or something cute on it. But in my panicked state, I didn't think of the possibility of drawing anything. I just, for some weird reason, was just thinking of words. And the only thing I could think of reasonably was thank you. So I asked her to write that on the omelet. So that's the context of this photo. It's pretty hilarious and it made for a great photo, and I applaud her for her attempt to write in English. So this whole experience needs a video in and of itself. So I'm going to release the full Maid Dreaming Cafe experience in its own video. So check that out. There was an otaku guy there, some crazy wild moments, and trust me, it just gets absolutely insane. So you don't want to miss it. So the moment you've all been waiting for. gacha machines, and crane games in Akihabara. Japan is already filled with gacha machines and arcades everywhere, but Akihabara brings all of that together to make it ultra convenient to spend all your money. You can find gacha machines of all types, giving you prizes that you didn't even know you wanted. We saw ones with PlayStation console keychains, car fob keychains, food related ones, anime themed ones, and a whole lot of other ones. You can even get one of these bath peanut keychains, which we really wanted to get and ended up getting 2 of the blue cookies and cream ones.
I'll take anything but this weird pink one.
Anything but cherries,
Jubilee almonds. No, thank you.
Alright, there we go.
Moment of truth. Is it cookies and cream? It's cookies and cream. Not bad.
There you go.
Oh, that's actually kind of good.
Oh, it's
The cookies and cream.
We also got a Koala's March coin pouch, which was really cool and worked out perfectly to hold all of our coins.
Alright. Which one do you want, Mel? What say?
Oh,
The pink
the
bottom left?
generic
Oh,
one?
generic one?
Or this one?
Yeah, strawberry's good too. Yeah.
Alright.
The bottom one's not too bad
Oh,
either.
wait.
Wait, generic?
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that
this
one.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, no longer using Ziploc bag. When you win a prize from a gacha machine, it comes in an egg that you open to reveal your prize. And typically, there's a place for you to put these eggs so that you don't have to carry them all around. Because you may end up with a lot of them. And trust me, they take up a lot of space. So the other type of machine is the UFO Catcher. And this is where the fun really begins. The UFO Catcher is a 2-claw machine where the claws are opposite each other and they open out and then they close to pick up the item. These machines are typically progression based, meaning that you are designed to win them over time. It is generally not designed for you to win in one try, but rather try after try, you will get closer and closer until you win. This expertly demonstrated by my 20-minute video of me attempting to win this Genshin Impact themed acrylic display. With this machine and the prize I was trying to win, I could tell that the claw wasn't super strong, and honestly, I should have walked away and found a different machine. But I just kept going, and that was the mistake here.
Oh.
I got a plan now, I got a plan.
Oh.
Usually in a play or two, you can get a feel for that machine, and you want to find one that gives you the advantage, meaning the claw is on the stronger side, which will make it easier to move the prize around, whereas with a weak claw, it is just near impossible to move it. The goal of these machines is to typically use the claw to push and pull the prize to one side or another. It typically isn't to straight up pick up the prize itself. However, sometimes that is the case. Know when to walk away. And if you are in Akihabara, then you can buy most of these prizes in the stores around the area. So unless you get really lucky, you might actually be saving money from buying the prizes straight up versus playing the arcade itself. I have the luckiest win in Japanese arcade history. I have an upcoming video on this world-breaking win along with a guide on how to win Japanese arcade machines. That's it for Akihabara. It really is an amazing and unique place in Japan that you really do want to spend some time to see. If you have any hidden gems or favorite locations or any crazy Akihabara stories, I would love to hear those in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.